a delicate balance, China and Taiwan. This relationship is one of the most intricate and sensitive in the world, shaped by a long and complex history. China and Taiwan have a complex relationship that has evolved over many decades. It is a story of shared heritage, political divergence, and economic interdependence. It's a mix of history, politics, and economics, each layer adding to the intricate tapestry of their interactions. The economic ties between the two are particularly significant, with trade and investment flowing in both directions. The two have been intertwined for centuries, sharing cultural and historical bonds that date back to ancient times. These connections have left an indelible mark on both societies. However, they have been governed separately since 1949, following the end of the Chinese Civil War. The People's Republic of China was established on the mainland, while the Republic of China government retreated to Taiwan. This makes their relationship one of the most sensitive in the world, with each side holding firm to its own vision of sovereignty and governance. The international community often finds itself navigating this delicate issue. Understanding this relationship is crucial today, as it has far-reaching implications for regional stability and global geopolitics. Analysts and policymakers closely monitor developments in China-Taiwan relations. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province, an integral part of its territory that must be reunified with the mainland. This perspective is deeply rooted in Chinese national identity and historical claims. It believes Taiwan must eventually be reunified with the mainland, and this goal is a central tenet of Chinese policy. Chinese leaders frequently reiterate their commitment to this objective. Taiwan, on the other hand, sees itself as a self-governing entity with its own democratic institutions and way of life. The island has developed a distinct political and social identity over the decades. It wants to maintain its democratic way of life, which is a source of pride for many Taiwanese people. The island's vibrant democracy stands in contrast to the political system on the mainland. This difference in perspective creates a delicate balance, with both sides wary of actions that could escalate tensions. Diplomatic efforts and military posturing are part of this ongoing dynamic. Any shift in this balance can have significant global consequences, affecting not only the region but also international trade and security. The Taiwan Strait is a flashpoint that the world watches closely. The world watches closely as tensions rise and fall between the two, with global leaders often weighing in on the issue. The stakes are high, and the potential for conflict is a constant concern. The stakes are high for all parties involved, with the potential for significant geopolitical shifts. The international community plays a crucial role in mediating and responding to developments. The future of Taiwan, the stability of the Asia-Pacific region, and the global economy are all interconnected. Taiwan's strategic location and economic prowess make it a key player in the region. It is essential to understand the historical context of this relationship to grasp the complexities of the present situation. The past informs the present, and the future of China-Taiwan relations remains uncertain. A history of two Chinas, from civil war to separate paths. The story of China and Taiwan is a complex and multifaceted one, deeply rooted in the events of the early 20th century. It is a tale of conflict, ideology, and the quest for legitimacy. The roots of the China-Taiwan issue lie in the Chinese Civil War, a brutal and protracted conflict that shaped the destinies of millions. This war was not just a battle for territory, but a struggle for the very soul of China. This war, which began in 1927, was fought between two major political parties, the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, and the Kuomintang, or KMT. The CCP, under the leadership of Mao Zedong, sought to establish a communist state, while the KMT, led by Chiang Kai-shek, aimed to maintain a nationalist government. The CCP, led by Mao Zedong, aimed to establish a communist state. Mao's vision was one of a classless society, where the means of production were owned collectively, and the state played a central role in all aspects of life. The KMT, led by Chiang Kai-shek, represented the nationalist government. Chiang's vision was of a unified China under a central government with a focus on modernization and national sovereignty. After years of fighting, the CCP emerged victorious in 1949. This victory was not just a military triumph, but a profound shift in the political landscape of China. The defeated KMT retreated to the island of Taiwan. This retreat marked a significant turning point, as the KMT sought to regroup and rebuild on the island, far from the mainland. They established their government there, continuing to claim legitimacy as the government of all of China. This claim was not merely symbolic, it was a declaration of their intent to one day reclaim the mainland. This marked the beginning of the Two Chinas era. The People's Republic of China, or PRC, was established on the mainland, while the Republic of China, or ROC, continued to exist on Taiwan. For decades, both sides maintained a policy of one China, each claiming to be the rightful government of the whole country. This policy was a cornerstone of their respective political identities and international strategies. However, in reality, they developed separately. Mainland China, under the CCP, pursued a path of communist development, marked by significant social and economic changes. Mainland China, under the CCP, became a communist power. The Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution were key events that shaped the nation's trajectory, often with devastating consequences. Taiwan, under the KMT, evolved into a democracy. Over the decades, Taiwan transformed from an authoritarian regime into a vibrant democracy, with regular elections and a robust civil society. The 1990s saw a brief period of warming relations. During this time, there were efforts to improve cross-strait relations, with increased economic and cultural exchanges. However, the election of pro-independence leaders in Taiwan, coupled with China's growing economic and military might, reignited tensions. These developments underscored the deep-seated differences and unresolved issues between the two sides. Today, the legacy of the Chinese Civil War continues to cast a long shadow over the relationship between mainland China and Taiwan. The historical wounds and ideological divides remain, influencing the geopolitics of the region and the lives of its people.